Satnam besties, it's me, Zanjan, the Reiki bestie, and I just want to hop on here. I feel like that's forever like my intro to anything in general. But I wanted to get on here, say what's up. Um, I did kind of take most of like February off for like video recordings. I was mainly doing like one-on-one sessions, but we're back and yeah, so let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to be doing a weekly tarot reading. Um, for this week, today is February 25th, and then I also do have the astrology chart pulled up here as well because we have a new moon in Pisces happening this, ¿cómo se dice? On, what is the day? On Friday. So we have a new moon on Friday, and honestly, I'm super excited about that new moon. It's gonna be in Pisces, so it's going to be aspecting Jupiter as well. So it's gonna be for some of us, it's gonna be a really good new moon. I mean, I always say like new moons, full moons, they're always, ¿cómo se dice? I feel like they're always going to be good no matter what the energy is. Even if it's like some heavy energy, I always like to tell everyone use that energy because if it's something that's going to be causing harsh tension, something that's going to have you all rattled up, all, ¿cómo se dice? Oh my God, I cannot find my words. But something that's going to have you all fired up, like you want to use that. You want to transmute that energy that's so that it will be beneficial for you. Um, but yeah, I mean, I hope that everyone enjoys the new moon, and then we will be moving on to eclipse season. So just like I was saying, use these energies to help you overcome anything that you want to overcome. You know, whatever you feel like life is putting in the way for you or putting up showing you like, hey, like make sure that you're focusing on this aspect of life for right now so that later on you can come out on top of it, so that you're able to again use that energy, work with that energy so you can get the life that you deserve, so that you can feel the way that you want to feel. And it's not always going to be pretty, but in the long run you can reflect and you can be like, fuck, like I overcame that, or I worked with that energy, and that's why you're where you are in that moment, right? um but yeah, and then we also do have Mars that just went direct in Cancer. So I'm a Cancer myself, and it literally went direct, like right on top of my sun. So um if you guys have been feeling that little agitation, if you've been noticing that the men in our life are a little bit more moody or a little bit more um what is it called, like emotional, or have a little bit more triggers, that's one of the reasons why. But honestly, like I'm saying, it's also that they're able to bring these things up. Or you know, if you are a guy and you're watching this, or you have more masculine energy, you're Martian ruled, work with that. You know, like how can you use this type of energy to also transmit it to nurture you, to take care of you? How are these wounds showing up for you so that you can nurture them, so that you can overcome the wounds in this moment, just because it is also making that aspect to our Chiron. um but yeah, so let's go ahead and get into it. Let's take a deep breath together. So rub your palms, bring your hands into prayer position right in front of your heart center, and then just take a deep breath in through the nose, really filling up the belly through the rib cage, heart center, all the way to the top of the head. And exhale. Inhale deeply. And exhale. Inhale. Hold the breath. And exhale slowly. Now, keeping the eyes closed, call upon your angels, your ancestors, your spirit guides, those of good energy, and I have the best and utmost intention for you. And just allow them to help you find discernment in whatever this message means for you and where in life you need to apply that to, okay? So, all right, we're gonna be going over what is being illuminated for us in this moment. What do we need to release, or what do we need to focus on? And also the advice and the overall energy. I feel that with this week, these couple of next few days, we're really being called to take a little bit more time for us, needing to sit down and breathe. So maybe getting grounded, getting back to our spiritual practices. We might feel exhausted. Um, and just like I was mentioning, it's also because of that new moon coming up for us on Friday. Let me see if I can pull up the chart also. Um, I also feel a lot of crown energy too. So again, just taking in those couple of moments, taking that break, feeling the body out, noticing how you're feeling. The number 9 also is going to be very significant for some of us, not only because the degree of the moon is there for us on Friday, but also it's that coming to that realization of like, okay, like we're cutting things off, or like we're ending some sort of cycle, or you're kind of getting ready to move into a new space. And this can be mentally, this can be emotionally, or actually physically, right? All right. So for our cards. So for our what's being illuminated for us is the world card, and then down at the bottom for the overall energy regarding that, it's patience. I love how these two, how I was just talking about the number 9 and it, like you kind of coming to a completion of something, and then we get the world card reminding you, hey, like you have everything you need in this moment. You just need that patience, just sit with yourself and see how you can overcome, again, any challenges, and how you are able to use your natural resources too, how you can use that creativity to build that abundance that you'd like, or to even build some sort of peace within. For our release and focus, we have the 10 of cups in the reverse, and then also accelerated emotions. So there may be, you needing to take a step back from being around family, from being around things that are very familiar to you, and just kind of like being like, hey, hold up, like let's take this step back again and focus on what is meant for you. Because again, with this uh accelerated motion card, I'm really picking up the sense of like you want to like go big or go home. You see everything that you want, and you want it to happen fast, and of course spirit is going to deliver when it's supposed to deliver. And with this new moon having aspects to Jupiter being the planet of expansion, and it's also aspecting Mars, the planet of like go go go, you still have to kind of take a step back and be like, okay, do you have a plan? Like what exactly is it that you want to manifest into your life in this moment? But also releasing things that are no longer serving you. If you're being attached to, this can be family members, it doesn't have to be blood related. This could even be just friends of yours or people who are pretty close to you, coworkers, but like the people around you, are they kind of like on the same wavelength of, okay, we want to do good, or like are they kind of talking down on your plans? So take a step back, focus on what it is that you need to prioritize in this moment so that you're able to have a clear vision of what it is that you want. And also, what I'm feeling, it's like having that faith to take that leap of whatever, again, whatever that is, or whatever that looks like for you. All right. And then our overall advice, we have this Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, and then we also have foundation and achievements. Okay, I feel like this kind of ties back exactly to what I just said, taking that step back and I guess like recap, right? Using what you have in this moment, all the resources that you have. If you don't have much and all you have is your creativity and your talent to push you forward, use that. Don't sit here and think about, oh my God, like, is this going to be good enough? Am I good enough? Or I don't have the right supplies. Like, I don't have the right things to do. Like, what can you do in this moment? Whether it's only your faith that you have and a candle, right? Um, but just making sure again to have those strong foundations and making a plan. But also with this rainbow coming up on top, and then we also have this 10 of cups in the reverse, I feel like working with your ancestors too is going to be really helpful, honoring them, especially because Pisces is all about that spiritual realm as well, right? It's a very intuitive sign, it's a very enlightened sign as well. When it does, when you're on that higher vibration portion of it, it's honoring your ancestors when asking for something. If you feel exhausted, going back to your roots, like what is something that that your family members or loved ones who have passed away used to do to kind of spend the time, or even just leaving an offering of coffee, of pan, tamales, whatever that looks like for you, honoring that as well. So I also feel that within this week, we might have like a lot of mental kind of back and forth of like, yes, I want to get here, but I don't know how to get there. Not really knowing a what, where, how could I move around this type of energy. And also like, don't sit back and be in your mind, allow yourself to take the first steps to be able to get something that it is that you want. And honestly, taking the time out of your day to rest, because we also have this 10 of wands for the overall tarot reading. And then we also have the authority card down at the bottom. So when we have this 10 of wands energy, it's reminding us to like, hey, like you're exhausted, you're tired, you basically are having a burnout, because there's all these things that you need to get done, but also it's okay to rest. It's okay to find time and space for you. Give yourself that discipline to take a step back and be like, hey, I need this, I need a break, I don't have the energy to pour into you at this time. But yeah, but like I was saying, I feel like the numbers 9 are going to be very important for us. The numbers 5, and also the number 4. So remembering our foundations, 5 are challenges, and then 9 having that, kind of over taking a moment and looking at everything and how you've, you know, built what it is that you're building, or how far your journey has came, and think about like, okay, what is going to move with me and what's not going to move with me. I also feel that within this week, it's going to be a very good week to, do your little spiritual baths, get a limpia, get yourself journaling, writing things down, really connecting with yourself, your higher self, what it is that you want. What is it, that your mind is telling you, like, hey, like, we should get these? Because sometimes we think of ideas and we're like, huh, like that would be something that I would love to do. And then it just sits there in the back of your mind. And a couple weeks later, you see someone else doing it, and you're like, I wanted to do that, but I never got up and gave myself the discipline to do it, right? So, those little downloads, write them down, whether it's on a journal, whether it's on your phone, whether it's a quick little video, and you're just like, hey, don't forget to do this. Add that onto there as well. So, overall, guys, remember, cultivate whatever it is that you like, using what you have, the resources that you have in this moment. Separate yourself from people that you feel are not aligned with what it is that you want during this week. And also, like, think about what's going to come with you and what's not going to come with you on this new chapter. So I hope this makes sense. Let me know if this resonates with you guys. Give us a thumbs up, like, subscribe, send it to your bestie, and I will talk to you guys soon.